Hello students. Today we'll see how dielectric can affect capacitance of capacitor. Earlier we saw that when we insert dielectric, electric field gets modified and electric field actually reduces by k times. So consequently potential should also change, and then capacitance should also be affected. So today we'll see what is the effect on capacitance when we insert dielectric between two plates of capacitor, and we will also uh, uh, introduce ourselves to a new quantity called electric displacement. To understand today's topic, we need to be knowing the following things. First of all, we should be knowing that resultant electric field when we have dielectric between two plates of capacitor can be given as E epsilon 0 E is equal to sigma F minus sigma B. Here E is the resultant electric field, sigma F is the free surface charge density, and sigma B is the bound surface charge density. Secondly, we should be knowing that when we place any dielectric between two plates of a capacitor, we have polarization taking place, and polarization is equal to bound surface charge density. We also saw earlier what is electric susceptibility. Electric susceptibility chi is a dimensionless quantity, and it is defined as polarization per unit electric field. Susceptibility is a measure of how given material reacts to the external electric field, and the relation between dielectric constant and susceptibility is k is equal to 1 plus chi. So with this prerequisites in mind, we can start with today's topic. Let us start. We know that resultant electric field between two plates of capacitor, when you have dielectric material between them, is given as E is equal to sigma F minus sigma B upon epsilon 0. As mentioned earlier, what is sigma F? It is surface charge density. Sigma B is also surface charge density. What is the difference? Sigma F is the charge density for the charges on plates of capacitor, whereas sigma B is the bound surface charge density, which is talking about bound charges on the slab, on the surface of dielectric slab. So from this equation we can say that epsilon 0 is equal to sigma F minus sigma B. But we know that sigma B is equal to polarization, and then equation 2 can be written as epsilon 0 E is equal to sigma F minus P. Now here is one problem. If you look at the left side, electric field, resultant electric field is vector quantity. Right side polarization is also vector quantity, but sigma F is scalar quantity. Now to remove this discrepancy, actually the sigma F is the charge density which is giving rise to resultant electric field and polarization. Polarization and resultant electric field are the consequences of this quantity sigma F. And if you make sigma F subject of formula, what do you get? Sigma F is equal to epsilon 0 E plus P. Then to remove this discrepancy, sigma F is given symbol of vector D. It is known as electric displacement, because sigma F is the quantity which is responsible for displacement of the charges inside dielectric, and it is the cause of polarization taking place in the dielectric. So this sigma F is denoted by capital D vector quantity it is, and it is called electric displacement. So let us continue with our derivation further. Now we have one more quantity, electric susceptibility, which is defined as chi E is equal to polarization upon epsilon 0 E. So what if I substitute P value from equation 5 into 4? So here instead of P, what I'll have? Epsilon 0 chi E into E. So from equation 4 and 5, we have epsilon 0 E is equal to sigma F minus epsilon 0 chi E into E. But what is sigma F? From where we got sigma F? Sigma F is the surface charge density, and when you don't have dielectric at that time, if electric field is E0, we can express electric field due to free charge as E0 is equal to sigma F by epsilon 0. So if we use equation 7 in 6, what do we get? epsilon 0 E is equal to epsilon 0 E0 minus epsilon 0 chi E into E. So now we have final electric field, resultant electric field, and electric field without dielectric. So let us make E subject of formula. Now what is 1 plus chi? It is dielectric constant, and hence we have resultant electric field is E0 by K. So the field after inserting dielectric is K times less than the field without dielectric. So suppose if you take water between two plates of capacitor, the dielectric constant of water is around 70 to 80. So if I consider 70, I can say that when you take water between two plates of dielectric, making sure that the charges don't leak through water, then the electric field will be reduced by 70 times. And what if electric field is reduced so much? How my capacitance will be affected? So we can say that if electric field is reduced, there is some relation between electric field and potential. What is the relation? V is equal to ED. So if E is changed, potential should also be changed, and if potential changes, capacitance should also be changed. So from 8th equation we have E is equal to E0 by K, and now we know that V is equal to ED. So if I take here ED, here I'll have V0, here if I make E subject of formula, I'll have V by D. So left side of equation 8 can be V by D, and here I can have V0 by D. Ultimately D gets cancelled out, and then I have V equal to V0 by K. What it indicates? Equation 9 shows that when you insert dielectric slab, potential of the capacitor reduces by K times. What is V0? Potential of capacitor without dielectric. What is V? Potential of capacitor with dielectric, which is K times less. What should happen to capacitance then? So if we know that C is equal to Q by V, so if capacitance without dielectric is C0 and capacitance with dielectric is C, then we can say that C0 is Q by V0 and C is equal to Q by V. Potential without dielectric, potential with dielectric. Take a ratio of the two. So V0 by V. And what is V0 by V from equation 9? It is K. So what does it mean? C is equal to K C0. Look at the end result. C is the capacitance with dielectric, C0 is capacitance without dielectric. So equation 10 tells us that if you use dielectric, you can increase your capacitance by K times. Okay, and so it is advantageous if we use dielectric material between capacitors. Most of the time we hardly have capacitor without any dielectric. All the capacitors have some one or another dielectric depending on the requirement. So let us conclude now. So in conclusion, we can say that the previous equations tell us that electric field is K times less when you insert dielectric. So E is equal to E0 by K. Resultant electric field is E. E0 is electric field without dielectric, which is K times more than the resultant electric field. Similarly, when we insert dielectric, what happens to the potential? Potential also gets reduced by K times. And what is the effect of change in potential on capacitance? Capacitance increases by K times. So when you use dielectric material of dielectric constant K, you can increase capacitance of the capacitor by K times. So that was the topic. Thank you.